I'd say that's pretty fitting. I would say this one's a fitting one.
Okay.
And I hadn't played it in a while, so if I, this is impromptu. This morning an old running buddy dropped by. It was good to see, clear in his eyes. The coffee was black, but no more cigarettes. Been laying things down one habit at a time. Never thought we'd get old, damn sure trying. Making the most of the time we have left. Lived a little harder than the rest. Swore like hell we'd never slow down. Money we'd burn when we paint the town. Rolling like we'd never see tomorrow. We were chasing that high. We had time to borrow. We were out of control like the James Younger brothers. We were hard on ourselves, we were bad for each other. Some living's been done and we pulled back on the throttle. There's still a vice or two, but they're better than the bottle.
We were talking about our wilder days, the ones we lost and it came back to Jay. We'll never know the troubles that he knew. We were the lucky ones who slipped through the cracks, outran the devil and the plans that he had. Looking back now, back then there were no regrets. We lived a little harder than the rest, and we swore like hell we'd never slow down. Money we'd burn when we paint the town. Living like there was no tomorrow. We had time to burn, we had time to borrow. We were out of control like the James Younger brothers. We were hard on ourselves, we were bad for each other. So living got done, we pulled back on the throttle. Still got a vice or two, but they're better than the bottle.
So that one came to be pretty quick.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be on the album. I got that. Well, I didn't get the official call. One day you just was in mid-conversation, go, oh, yeah, by the way, congratulations.
Yeah. Well, it's very matter of fact type of scenario, though, because, it was funny. We had basically finished up everything that was going to be on what was to become the In My Blood album. And you had called me, and it had been a long time since we had been just in the same room, just having a conversation, just talking about life or music or whatever it is. And you came over, and it had been a long time, and it's the first conversation that I can recall having with either one of us, both of us simultaneously being sober, and that was kind of a profound epiphany that I had during that conversation. But we both talked a great deal that day and didn't actually write, which is what we had intended to do, and then ended up writing it after the fact.
Yeah. It was a hard one. I didn't think it was going to launch. We couldn't find a starting spot. And then one day it just occurred, that we'd just written the whole song that day, having conversations with each other. And then it just kind of laid itself out like butter on bread.
Yeah, that was really one that we just kind of had to put together. We had the lines. The song was written. The song was there. We had to pull the chaff and expose the...
Had to live it.
Yeah.
for it to make sense, I guess.
Yeah, it was time to write that song.
Yeah.
So it ended up being the lead off track to the In My Blood record, and ended up being the first focus track. And I remember whenever we were sequencing this record, and Josh called me, and he said, we've been talking by we, just other people in our organizations, that, we're thinking about using, putting Better Than the Bottle as the opening track, which in my mind I'm thinking, hell yeah, it's a great idea, but you never give that away, so to which my response was, tell me why. And he said something along the lines of, because that's a fucking country song, and that shows them who the fuck we are. And I said, all right, put it number one. Let's go.
Love it. Well, thanks, bro. Thanks for everything. Thanks
My
for
pleasure.
writing it with me.
Thank you thanks for living that song with me, dude.
Love you, buddy.
Love you back.